Welcome back. The manager of a tavern in Hofmeyr in the Eastern Cape has been arrested. It's after the mysterious death of 3 people inside the tavern. Police still looking into the circumstances surrounding the deaths. For the moment, I'm joined by Mgwebi Msiya from the Eastern Cape Liquor Board joining us on the line this evening. Mgwebi, good evening to you. I always appreciate your time. Help me understand, why has the tavern owner been arrested?
Thank you, Gareth. Good evening to you and the viewers. It's the police that have arrested the tavern owner, Gareth, and we really appreciate that, because in terms of our act, he has contravened one of the sections of our act which prohibits young people from being sold alcohol, even allowed into a liquor outlet. So it's a police action that has been taken so far, and we really appreciate it. And I must also add, Gareth, that we, as the Eastern Cape Liquor Board, we are deeply devastated by what happened at that tavern.
Help me understand, what is your what to your knowledge actually took place at this tavern? What have you been told?
At this point, Gareth, we have not been able to get to that liquor outlet. We are going there tomorrow. The information is very scanty, so we can't really provide any detail in terms of what happened there until we have had an opportunity to interact with the liquor outlet.
Have we had problems at this particular tavern before?
At this stage, we are not aware of any problems that have been reported from that tavern before. So we don't have any records of problems that have actually come to us from that liquor outlet.
So what's the status of the tavern this evening? So the tavern manager arrested. Is the facility still functioning, or is it being closed down for now?
Let me start by indicating, Gareth, that what we did immediately was to check if the status of that liquor outlet, and we found out that it has a valid liquor license. However, what we are going to do there tomorrow is to ensure that it is the business is immediately suspended from there. So the operations are going to be suspended immediately. So I don't know at this point in time whether SAPS has closed it down until we are able to get there tomorrow. But all I know is that when we get there tomorrow, we'll serve them with our Section 55 that will immediately suspend that liquor outlet.
So for the moment, we don't know if it is functioning this evening. When it comes to, you mentioned the one section of the Act that has been violated, it seems, by this manager of the Hofmeyr Tavern. What do you look for in your investigations? What sort of questions would you be asking the manager?
I think many of the questions will be the subject of investigation by SAPS, Gareth. For us is to understand if indeed there were young people that were allowed into that liquor outlet, because then, if that is the case, obviously that will be the contravention of our act. So that is essentially what we'll be looking at, and the issues of the trading times and all that. So we look into all those issues as part of the license conditions. We'll just have to check all the license conditions to check if the liquor trader was adhering to those trading conditions.
When it comes to the handing out of licenses to taverns and shebeens, are they any different to the handing out of liquor licenses to, say, for example, hotels or large bars, large well-known bars? Are there different licensing conditions for taverns, shebeens and hotels, for example, or are they all the same?
Generally, the conditions will be the same, Gareth. I mean, for example, if we talk about allowing underage, I mean, that applies across all the categories of liquor license. Then the trading times obviously will be different. The on-consumption will be different from the off-consumption, etc. But I do also want to mention the fact that the trading times, for example, are determined by the municipality. You'll realize that each municipality will have its own trading times. So in that case, there will always be differences in terms of the trading conditions depending on each municipality.
And if this manager is found to be guilty of contravening this one section of the Liquor Act, could he lose his license, or would he just be suspended?
Definitely, he will lose his liquor license. That one is certainly going to be the case, if he's found guilty, he will definitely lose the liquor license.
And if he were to lose his license, would the tavern be shut down, or would it be allowed to be bought over by somebody else?
No. It will be shut down. It will be shut down completely. The tavern will be shut down.
Mgwebi, I appreciate your time. I know there's not much information right now. It's still an active police investigation, so I appreciate you coming on just to tell us how the Eastern Cape Liquor Board is going to be handling this. My thanks to Mgwebi Msiya from the Eastern Cape Liquor Board, saying that the manager of this tavern in the Hofmeyr area in the Eastern Cape has been arrested. Police are dealing with that as well. They're going out to the tavern tomorrow to try and find out what exactly has gone on. There's the possibility as well that the tavern could be shut down and the manager could lose his license.